Hello, everybody. It's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Welcome to a new Tuesday tip video. Today, I am very excited to announce that Stampin' Up! Has just released the brand new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, guys, I can't tell you how much in love with this new machine I am, and I could not wait to share a video kind of explaining how it works, why I love it so much more than my previous die cutting machine. It is fantastic. As you can see, it's also very compact, fairly lightweight, but sturdy and heavy, about 8 pounds, so that I know it's not going to slide all over my table. But I digress. Let's head over to my stamp table so I can share with you how the new machine works and everything you need to know about it so that you can fall in love with it too. All right, let's go. All right, everybody, it is here, the much anticipated Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine from Stampin' Up. This is our brand new die cutting and embossing machine. I've got several different things I want to teach you about the machine, but first let's go ahead and talk about what you get when you purchase the machine. So obviously we have the machine itself. You can see that it folds for storage and for travel. That's really nice. We're going to talk a little bit more about this part of the machine here in a minute, but I want to go ahead and show you what comes with it when you purchase it. It's going to come with a base plate, and then it also has your thin die adapter, 2 cutting plates, and an embossing plate. So that is everything that you need to die cut and to emboss. You're also going to see in the package your handle, and it does come separate, mainly just for transport. We don't want this to maybe run the risk of getting broken or anything like that. So it does come separate, but guys, guess what? Super easy to attach. In the instructions, you're going to see a really great visual on how to put it together. So let's go ahead and do that. So there is a little baggie here with a little Allen wrench and our little pieces. So it's going to come with a screw and a washer. We're going to slide that washer onto that screw. And you notice there's a little notch right here. You're going to want to line that up with the notch there on the die cutting machine. So there we go. Get that slid on. Once it's on, it's going to slide down to the bottom, and that's perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my machine up on its side, and we're going to take that screw and that washer. Remember, we put that washer on it. We're going to slide that in. You're going to take your little Allen wrench, and you're just simply going to twist until it gets really tight. All right, I've just hit the point it's starting to get tight. I'm just going to hold on to that handle and just give that a really nice torque. You know, I want to make sure that's on there really, really good. You are going to want to hang on to this Allen wrench. So I'm going to slide mine back into the bag. And then I went ahead and wrote on just a little scrap of cardstock that this is for my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, because I want to make sure I know what that's for. The last thing you want to do is go, what's that for? I don't know, throw it away. Let's not do that. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then the last thing you're going to see, you get this little rubber stopper. Do you see the little notch out of it? Well, if I flip this up, you're going to see there's also a little notch right here. So I'm going to line up the notches and give that a press. All right, let's go ahead and do a quick die cut. So I know for die cutting, because of my photo right here, it tells me I need plates 1, 2, and 3. So there's plate 1. Now we'll add plate 2. And then I can see I need plate 3. Then I'm going to add my cardstock and my die. Remember, you're just following the photo. And then we need another plate 3. That is my sandwich for die cutting. All right, you ready to die cut? Let's do it. So remember, I told you that this machine folds up for storage, so that's really nice. We can just fold those down. I am going to place all my 1, 2s, and 3s and my die, and we're just going to run this through. I also wanted to point out that whether you are right-handed or left-handed, the plates and the platform can go through both ways. So I can use my left hand to roll that through, or I can reverse this and I can run it through the opposite direction. So you don't have to worry about the machine is made for right-handed or left-handed. So now when I remove my plates, there is my die cut. Perfect, perfect. It was also nice and quiet. Did you notice that? Yeah, it's a really great machine. So that's how to do some basic die cutting. Let's do some embossing. All right, so for embossing, let's go back to our base plate so that you can see the samples. You notice there's two of them. That's right, because we have two different styles of embossing folders. Let me show you. We have regular embossing folders, and then we have what we call 3D embossing folders. These leave a much deeper image. But let me go ahead and hold these two up, and I think maybe you can see the thickness. They're very different. You're definitely going to know when you hold them in your hand. A regular embossing folder has a little flex to it, where the 3Ds are a little bit firmer. So I wanted you to be aware of the two different thicknesses, because that's going to make a difference when you bring in your plate. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start with the standard embossing folder. So that would be the thinner one. And right here it tells me I need plates 1, and then I need 2 number 3 plates. So there's my 1, there's my 3, there's my embossing folder, and I'll add my cardstock. Now, when we add this, you're going to notice the direction of the hinge, and it tells you here too, insert the embossing folder hinge first. So I want to make sure when I put it into my machine that the hinge is going in first. And then, of course, it told me I needed the 2 number 3s. All right, are you ready to try it? Here we go. All right, there we go. Hinge side is going in first. Now we'll run this through. I now have a really fabulous piece of embossed cardstock. Let's go ahead and talk about when you're using the 3D embossing folders. And this one, it tells me I need plates 1 and 4. So guess what? These don't need them this time. Let's bring in that number 4 plate. You notice it's very different. It's gray. It also tells you this is not a cutting surface. Do not use this as a cutting plate. And it's going to tell us right here that this is the sandwich we use when we're using the 3D embossing folder. So let's take our embossing folder and a piece of cardstock. Remember, hinge first, so I'm going to place that at the top, because when we put this gray plate on top, you're not going to be able to see what's underneath. So I know that my hinge is right there. I'm going to bring my machine back in, and we'll run that through. And now I'm going to have a gorgeous piece of a 3D, a really 3D. Like I said, this gives that nice, deep detail. Love it. So there you go. That is the breakdown of how you're going to use the plates. Remember, you've always got the plates to tell you what your sandwich is, so you're always going to have that visual to help you. You're never going to question which plate goes where. If you still have cutting plates that maybe you purchased from the Big Shot machine that Stampin' Up! Used to carry, guess what? Those plates will work in the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So, for instance, I do have a few packages of these, and it's nice to know that I can continue to use those. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the features of the machine that just really caught my eye. So I think number one was that the machine will fold up, and this is going to allow me to move it around my stamp room or to take it with me traveling. We camp a lot, so it's going to be nice that I can take my machine with me because it's really easy to transport. I loved the clean, rounded edges. It also just feels a little more compact than my other one, and that's because it folds up. I just like that. I have the ability to not take up quite so much space on my stamp table. This is probably the first thing that caught my eye. It's metal. So we've got our nice little Stampin' Up! Logo. Maybe it's a Connie thing, but I just like it. I'm very proud to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm just really proud to have that on my machine. And it looks so pretty, right? The white, the gray, the silver. It's pretty sharp. By the way, when you open the machine, you're going to see another one of the metal logos right there. It's the same on the other side as well. I want to flip my machine upside down because I want to point out the feet that are on the bottom. One thing I really like is, can you see, they don't really stick up and out. They can't catch on anything. They're about the size of a quarter, so it's a really nice size, but it's a nice non-skid surface so that when I'm working with my machine, I'm pushing on it and it's not moving around. I really like that. I can tell you that if you find it is starting to slide on you, more than likely these just need to be cleaned. Little damp rag with soap and water, or maybe an alcohol swab, just clean that and remove any dust. Probably won't happen very often, but you know how it is. Anything non-skid, sometimes you got to clean it from time to time. Of course, you can see the top of the machine. Again, that really nice, sleek look. That's going to look awesome in your stamp space. The length of the entire machine is about 14¼ inches. And then the length from the edge to the end of the handle is about 13½ inches. So yeah, you can see it's not going to take up a lot of space. I do really like that. Now, I wish I could show you the inside of the machine, but no, I can't really take my machine apart to do that. But I am going to tell you this, metal parts. No, the inside of this machine is not made out of plastic. There are no plastic gears that can break in no time, little plasticky things that can break as you run things through, it gets jiggled around. Nope, it's all metal. That means this machine is an investment that is going to last you a long time. Guys, I've been a demonstrator for 17 plus years, and that is the one thing I can say about Stampin' Up. They take a lot of pride when it comes to quality, and they want a product that will last, and that is definitely the case when it comes to the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. They wanted something heavy duty, something that's going to last, something that's sleek, something that you can transport around. It's space saving as well. I'm telling you, they have thought of everything when it comes to this machine. I've had mine for just a little under a month. I'm having a great time creating with it. It's fantastic. I was so excited to get it, and I'm even going to have more fun as I get to play and create some gorgeous pieces of art with this wonderful little baby. There you go, my friends. I'm telling you, it is a fantastic machine. Quality that is going to last you for years and years and years. I love that Stampin' Up! Has put so much time and effort and energy into making sure this design is perfect for every crafter. I love that about Stampin' Up! They really do take their time and their research to make sure what they're creating is top notch. So if you would like more information, maybe you're ready to order your own Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, head over to simplysimplestamping.com. There is a place right there that you can order your machine. I would love to be your demonstrator, so be sure to check it out. Hey, if you were inspired by today's video, and goodness, I hope you were, maybe you picked up some die cutting tips as well, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, take a minute to become a subscriber to my channel. I share all kinds of stamping inspiration with you here. All right, my friends, that's it for me. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.